third set of the day will be played on Planet S, spawning in the bottom left-hand position. Your blue Protoss player from Samsung Con trying to bring the momentum back to their side of the court. His name is Jangbi.
His opponent already has 2 kills today, going for the 3rd kill and the big 2-0-0. His name is Bisu, playing for SK Telecom, team first, spawning as the red Protoss on the top right position of Neo Planet S.
So that says Kim Taek-young fighting, and then Alice plus Dan shoutouts. I don't know the other people below that though.
Probably in the same channel on the IRC.
Ah. Alright, well.
Shoutouts to Dan.
Shoutouts to Dan.
Personal friend. Now, Bisu does lead against Jangbi in Starcraft2 PvP. 7-3. And of course, Bisu did, you know, these 2 players have some history behind them when it comes to PvP.
Some history. This is pretty important history, man.
Go ahead.
Oh, you know the exact dates and stuff, but basically, Bisu has defeated Jangbi before in a MSL, NBC
Club
Game
Day.
Star League Finals, the Club Day MSL. It had the coolest transitions in between the game when they were going from watching the overall view to the first-person view. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I exactly do, because I watched that VOD like so many times.
They don't have those transitions in StarCraft 2. I miss those, but...
Well, we gotta work with what we have right now. Bisu starting off with a simulator, and you know, he must be feeling confident by the fact that he's playing a Protoss opponent, Jangbi. He beat him a couple of times in the past, beat him 3-1 in the finals. And practice partners for him nowadays is players like Parting, Rain, even Brown. So he didn't show good PvP on the broadcast matches, but certainly in the practice house, he's had a lot of practice against the top class players. So against someone like Jangbi, well, all he has to do is bring his A game today and make sure he doesn't create any mistakes.
That's true. As long as Jangbi brings his A game.
Well, Bisu. Oh, I was talking about Bisu.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Jangbi.
Well, I said Bisu's teammate, Parting Rain, but hey, even Jangbi, you know, he doesn't have that many Protoss teammates, but he's been showing solid PvP, so...
The thing is, like, when Jangbi loses his PvPs, like, it's not like they're ever one-sided. He always brings a good show, and even if he doesn't win, it's like, well, he's still pretty solid in the matchup, even though he did end up unfortunately losing this.
It's a little different story for Bisu. It was like, he loses the PvPs, and it wasn't like he showed a great match. It was like, well, he made a mistake. Well, he lost because of the build order. Yeah,
there was actually one game I remember very clearly between Bisu and Stats on Ohana. Is that it was a 4-gate, and Stats proxied a pylon in Bisu's main base, and he didn't scout it. He just built a loss after that.
It was a really iffy position. If Bisu only scouted that, he would have defended against it really fine because of his unit composition, but it just didn't work out for Bisu, and it seems like PvP is his weakest matchup in StarCraft 2.
We remember we haven't really seen too much PvP from Bisu, hard of this one here, so... after seeing those 2 first games, I'm willing to give Bisu another chance in the matchup. We have a Twilight tech from both players going down here. Bisu opting for a later Twilight Council, but an earlier Mothership Core to apply that pressure. We have a second Stalker coming out for both players, but there's an additional Zealot for Jangbi out here, and his Twilight Council a little bit faster. I want to know if we're going to be seeing Dark Templar or just that blink play.
Well, Jangbi's Twilight Council did finish. Does he have enough gas right now? Yes, he does, and goes for the
Dark Shrine. Now Bisu, will he just opt to send his Mothership Core in here and not worry about running it out of there? It looks like, will he be able to go over there and scout it?
Yes, he will!
He scouts and he loses the Mothership Core, but he scouts the Dark Shrine. That's the most important part of this right now. So Bisu should be able to get a Robo immediately here. He's just waiting for the resources. Robo goes down. He's got the 3 gates, and he will be able to have that blink as well. So he lost the Mothership Core, but that may have saved him the game. And then a cancel on the Dark Shrine from Jangbi. Very smart play from him. He's just going to go ahead, grab an expansion behind this. Very smart decision from him.
Bisu, at this point, what he has to do is scout the natural of his opponent to make sure that his opponent is not going for the DT, because usually the follow-up would be Robo or a really fast expansion, hoping that Bisu stays inside his own base. So Bisu, he needs this probing scouting probe to make sure it scouts everything before it gets taken out.
That's true. If he can go ahead and spot that expansion going down here, then I think Bisu may decide to go for a huge blink timing. That would be a very smart decision from him. but he also has to account for the DTs. He has no idea that the Dark Shrine has been canceled, so he's going to assume that's coming his way and do his best to defend against it. You know, like I mentioned, he is going for the blink here. No expansion in sight from Bisu. He does have a proxy pylon, though, on the other side of the map here, and he's got a good amount of stalkers.
And he's doing a nice job with these individual stalkers, trying to see where the pylon is, and he didn't see anything around this main base. So now he knows that the Dark Templar timing has passed. But look at this Jangbi with the Zealots, but Bisu scouts it. Not today.
Not today. The Zealots, they're going to do nothing. They will be destroyed. And look at this. Bisu also scouts that proxy pylon over there. He's already getting himself into a better position here, getting a observer out as well, so he's going to have 2. He wants to be completely prepared for his opponent here. Also hiding 3 stalkers, and he doesn't show off that Twilight Council as well. Jangbi, on the other hand, getting an Immortal out. He's still building more units. I think he should be able to defend his expansion against Bisu. He does have another gateway up as well, so Bisu, he's gearing up to go for some pressure here, but will it work?
Yeah, well, his opponent doesn't have that many ground armies. Only 2 stalkers, 1 immortal. Bisu can ignore it and then blink inside the main base.
He has a good amount of stalkers right now. He's going to apply some pressure. Maybe try to go for that Mothership Core. He does have that blink there. And we have the Nexus Cannon going down. The blink stalkers just blink right out of there. Bisu going to continue this pressure. Jangbi, with the signature proxy pylons on the map here.
Remember, there's an observer out, which means that Bisu can blink into the main base.
He's going to go for the Immortal. This is so smart from Bisu, putting a lot of pressure on his opponent here. Moving back, though, he's lost a good amount of stalkers. The second Immortal is out. Bisu, he has to get his stalkers out of there. He almost sniped the Immortal. If he did, that would have been an amazing position from the Bien, but now things aren't looking as good. At the same time, we're seeing Jangbi warp in some Zealots here. He's going to send him to the main base. This is exactly what he wants to do in this situation. If he wants to get in this game, tries to snipe that Observer, doesn't quite get it though.
Well, the 2 Zealots get inside the main base, but no more Nexus Cannon. But he does have a Stalker inside the main base against the Zealots and does blink out at the last second, but a little mistake by Bisu is that he should have a sentry at this point. He should force field the ramp, trap all the units inside the main base, and then take out the Nexus, get a Nexus on his own. That's what he needs to do right now.
Sure, these Zealots are doing a good amount of damage here. Bisu way far behind in the probe count now. He just lost 5 there. He tries to blink forward. He does snipe off one of the Immortals, doing a good amount of damage. He really wants to make this pressure work here, but I'm not sure if he has enough units to do it here.
Like I said, he needs to, the best pressure that he could do right now is take out the Nexus. Yeah, and he's not doing it right now. He should have just put down the force field, trap it, take out the Nexus, get his own, and now he's ahead.
He needs to find that proxy pylon as well. Bisu, he's behind in supply. He does have the blink, but Jangbi is getting a blink of his own here. As long as he can hold this pressure, he's going to just be in an excellent position to win this game.
Yeah, Bisu's trying to make something happen with the micro. He does have a sentry out for himself, but Jangbi, oh, you sneaky little Jangbi, you're going to put a pylon inside your opponent's main base.
That's what it's looking like here. Bisu, he has no idea. Unfortunately for Bisu, this isn't the first time this has happened to him. The Stalker's blinking into the main base here, realizing that, okay,
well, they're trapped.
Good spread there. They're trapped, and he's got to get out of there, man. I mean, oh, nice forward blink there, and a force field. He's going to be able to snipe off those units on the low ground here. The blink for Jangbi, though, it's almost complete here. Bisu, he needs to take out this expansion here. He's warping in more sentries. If he can go ahead and get that force field down, it'll be okay. But at the same time, Jangbi sending multiple blink stalkers in and their Zealots into the main base. Bisu, he's really far down on supply here. Forward blink from Jangbi. I think this is going to seal the deal. GG is called. Jangbi takes game number 3.
No, I have to say, Bisu's build was not that, you know, it wasn't bad, but the execution wasn't perfect.
I think he really thought that the DTs were going to come, but he didn't. He didn't take it into consideration that the Dark Shrine would be canceled. I would have loved to see Bisu play very defensive at that point, take an expansion, and just secure that economic lead over his opponent. Because let's be honest, against DT tech, you can't really punish them too much for it nowadays because the Dark Shrine is cheaper, and I mean, if it gets scattered like in that case, you can always cancel it.
The biggest problem for Bisu is that he decided that he already lost the game too early on, so that's why he stuck only to the Blink Stalkers and didn't go for the sentries. We saw Rain do this a couple of times, get the Warp Prism out, use the sentry to force field the ramp, and either take out the main or take out the natural base. Bisu, he just decided to himself, well, I'm screwed, so I'm just going to try my best until I know that my opponent is going to kill me right away.
He was really looking for some good surface area with those Blink Stalkers. He almost found it. It was very close, but Jangbi, his positioning was just too good. It was probably one of the most key things into Jangbi winning. Also, the proxy pylons around the map. Jangbi is better than any other Protoss player out there at making proxy pylons in PvP and annoying his opponent. And you know what? Protoss players, when they play against Jangbi, they need to account for that or they're just going to start losing games.
Well, SK Telecom T1 still has the lead with Bisu taking out Roro and Shine. So who are they going to send out next?
That's the question here. There's a lot of potential players from SK Telecom T1. Bisu's still doing a great job.
Fantastic job.
Fantastic job taking out Roro and Shine back to back. 2 kills there. He's almost at 200 wins, just very shy of that here.
Well,
we're seeing
bring
Rain.
out the big guns. It's gonna be Rain versus Jangbi.
So Rain getting sent out here from SK Telecom T1. He is the big guns. He is the super ace from their team. And Jangbi, you know, he was able to defeat Bisu, but Rain is another beast altogether when it comes to PvP. So currently the score 2-1 with SK Telecom in the lead. The next match is going to be Jangbi versus Rain, and that's going to be on Akalon Waste, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this commercial break.